Fortnite Chapter 1 Season 2 dropped December 14th, 2017, over 7 years ago. Unfortunately, I missed out on it. As a new player that started in Chapter 6, I played Fortnite OG Season 1, link in the upper right hand corner, and had a blast, but everyone told me that Season 2 is when peak Fortnite truly began. I've decided to jump in to see what I missed and what all the hype is about. To make things more interesting, I won't stop playing until I get a victory royale. So without further ado, let's go ahead and travel back to Chapter 1, Season 2 with Fortnite OG. First things first, we have to start off the new season right. A new season calls for new swag, so I equipped the Sparkle Diva skin. Look good, feel good, play good. That's how it works, right? Maybe not, but as a newer player, I need all the confidence boosting I can get. Time to queue up for my first game of OG Season 2. Alright, you guys already know what it is. You wanted it, you got it. We're hot dropping Tilted Towers, because that is the true Season 2 experience, apparently. You've gotta love how many people are doing the exact same thing. I'm feeling a little rusty from some time off from the game due to a trip with my family, but I'm sure that won't be a problem. We land contested and attempt to take some loot from a chest. Using information I've learned from playing the game thus far, I break the item that the chest is sitting on so it will bust open faster, or it'll just keep floating there. That works too, I guess. Luckily, I find a revolver that Sushi Man left behind, but Midas takes me down with a faster firing pistol. 99th place. Ouch. Okay, great start. Maybe I am more rusty than I previously thought. That's okay though. We go again. Eager to make up for my previous attempt, I drop Tilted again for Game 2. Testing what happened with the chest last game, I take out the chair holding this one to confirm that yes, indeed, the chests do appear to have anti-gravity properties in Tilted Towers. I get some decent starting loot off drop and chug a shield potion I find, because it is clear I'm going to need any and all advantages I can get if I'm gonna survive. I drop down into the building and eventually hear another player. I manage to get a tag on them before they dip behind this wall, and I use my advanced parkour skills to attempt to give chase. Unfortunately, I have blinders on trying to score my first kill of Season 2, and I get clapped by an aerial assault bomber with a pump. Okay, well, 79th place this time. We're making progress.
Are you sure about that?
Game 3, I land on a blue assault rifle and quickly give chase to an enemy that has landed nearby. Okay, so they're clearly a bot, given that whole pickaxing the corner of a hedge thing, but at this point I'll take what I can get. I get a pump to go with my AR and start to look for a fight. I hear some peeps going at it over by the clock tower, so I attempt to third party and clean up the survivor, only to immediately forget everything I've learned from the previous series about positioning and get right peeked while standing out in the open like a complete moron. Oh, and I got grittied on. Wonderful. I guess I am getting the true Fortnite experience. With Game 4, I am determined to wake the hell up and at least survive a little bit longer. I land on an AR and quickly snag up some other loot as well. I climb to the roof and try and survey the area. The footsteps of a nearby enemy catch my attention, and I rain gunfire from on high on this wannabe angel to pick up an elimination. Heading back inside, I find a green tactical shotty, a tasty little shield potion, and a grenade launcher. Some footsteps alert me of an approaching baddie, so I lie in wait like a trapdoor spider, ready to strike. A tag from the shotty, followed by my AR, make quick work of the approaching hooded hoodlum. Note that I accidentally swap my assault rifle for an SMG by mistake, thinking that it's a silenced AR or something in my rush to leave the building. Nice move. With 2 eliminations to my name and the next storm circle nearby, I feel comfortable leaving Tilted Towers behind me and venturing out. Oh, and look at that, the river area I can't stand from last season. Nice. In a nearby field, I see a thing? It kinda looks like a crystal or something. Unsure of what I'm looking at, I decide to go up and investigate, and I am teleported into the sky apparently. Having never seen a rift before, this definitely threw me for a loop, but I managed to use this opportunity to take some height and check out my surroundings. Seeing no obvious signs of other players, I use the zip line to head back down, when suddenly a nearby player catches me off guard. Thankfully, they're a bot, and I'm able to take them down with no issue. I consider heading towards Dusty Depot, but some gunshots to the south draw my attention. I start to make my move as Fortnite transitions into Fort Day, and I manage to find an upgrade for my shotgun in a building nearby. It's at this point that I realize I accidentally grabbed an SMG, replacing my assault rifle. Trying to approach another random player in an open field is not ideal without a long-range option, so I decide to try and find another gun in this house along the way. I manage to score another shield potion to get fully maxed out on my shields, and eventually do find another weapon, a scoped AR. Now, if you saw my previous series, you know that the last time I picked this gun up, it got me killed. I am not a huge fan of it, but at this time, it seemed like my only option. I also grab a bottle of slurp juice, although I have no idea what that is at this point or how it works. I leave the house and use the scoped AR to try and get some shots off on Goku while he's standing on top of these shipping containers. Emphasis on try. I hit a couple of dinks, but nothing too substantial. I make my move to the next piece of cover, hoping to get a good angle, but Goku is also on the move. A few more shots on Goku cements my hatred of this AR, frustrating me and causing me to accidentally swap not to a gun for a follow-up, but instead to the bottle of slurp juice for some reason. Honestly, just embarrassing. I am left with a 23rd place finish, completely baffled as to what just occurred. My brain just completely short-circuited with frustration, and I make a vow to myself to never pick up the scoped AR ever again. Alright, no more playing around. Time to lock in. See, I put the sunglasses down, that's how you know I mean business. Game 5 we drop in with a bunch of people once again, including this player who is riding a Beyblade or something. The cosmetics and gliders in this game are just nutty, man. I managed to drop onto this rooftop and pick up a green AR, using it to bust off some shots at Santa Snoop on a neighboring tower. After dispatching the dog, another player tries to take me out, but my parkour skills once again allow me to dodge bullets like Neo while reaching the other rooftop, where I quickly pick up a green tactical shotty and make my way to cover. I then get a little too excited about pulling off my escape, leap without looking, and take some fall damage, but at least I score some minis for my trouble. I shield up and snag some more equipment before escaping from the Tilted Towers area on foot once again through the Cursed River area. I locate another rift and now, knowing what they do, use it to continue my rotation further into zone. Oh nice, look, an unlooted area. Let me just check what is in this chest and... Oh, this bastard. Never again. Continuing on, I spot another player far off. I try to play it cool, keeping my distance and trying to move into a position that will help me hold them off in case they rotate my direction. As I'm keeping my eye on them, some gunshots to the northeast catch my attention, and the nearby rift seems like the perfect opportunity to try and third party. As I parachute in, I see another player has zip-lined up to the high ground. So I decide to take the even higher high ground on them and try to see if I can snag a kill. I use a volley of grenades to try and get their attention, but it doesn't quite work out. Man, I just wish I could get a kill with these grenades just once. I tag some damage on Sushi Man with my AR and he takes cover in this building. Oh, this is my chance. Come on. Man, I love this game sometimes. I enter this weird bunker and find a stairwell leading down to the tunnel that leads to Tomato Town. Inside, I score a damage trap, an item I've never used before. After some awkward wrestling with the menu, I manage to put the trap at the top of the stairs to cover me in case anyone follows my path. Further down, we score a sniper rifle as well as a blue SMG. Hey, this loadout's starting to come together. If only I could find an upgrade for my AR. No, I am not using that thing again. Someone is in a gunfight in Tomato Town, so I try to investigate. Yep, footsteps. I'll try to see if I can bait them out. But as I do, some shots come from behind, catching me off guard. Taking cover behind a nearby car, I realize I am now sandwiched between two enemies. I wait a little bit, then move forward towards the advancing enemy, not wanting to get shot from behind. I am rewarded for my boldness with another elim, and I try to play cautiously to avoid getting shot while looting. After waiting a bit, the other player doesn't approach me, so I decide to pick up my loot, and as I retreat back to cover, I am shot from the side.
Oh no!
The enemy footsteps are close, and I'm not sure if they're trying to flank me from the stairwell area. Thankfully, we set that trap, so hopefully that will slow them down if they do try it. I retreat back a little bit further and chug some refreshing shield potion as I wait for the other player's next move. But after some tactical waiting, no, it's not hiding or camping, okay, it's tactical waiting, I swear. After some tactical waiting, it seems that the enemy got distracted and has wandered off. The storm is now moving, and I know I need to make my move. Tomato Town is probably a hotbed at the moment, especially if the player that shot at me is waiting for me to come back out of the tunnel. So I make the decision to try and quickly sprint wide and rotate around the POI. I see some other players fighting on a nearby hilltop and decide I want to join in on the fun. And we are in a top 10 scenario as I spot another Santa Snoop running along. I try to open with a snipe, but unfortunately I forgot everything I learned last season about leading my shot and miss. Snoop doubles back, I miss again, and I try to advance to meet him in the field so he doesn't have an easy high ground shot on me. But unfortunately I'm no match for his skills or purple AR. Ugh, dude, what a shame. Alright, so Season 2 feels very different. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying my time, and I think from what I've played thus far, this is a lot more fun and varied than OG's Season 1 was. That said, it's clear that I really need to shake the dust a little bit from my gameplay, and I think I need to shake things up a little bit in general. There is still a lot of the new map I have not checked out yet, and I want to make sure to vary things up a little bit, so from this point forward, I will be moving away from hot dropping tilted every game. And hey, maybe this will improve my chances of surviving a bit as well. And unfortunately, I also think that this video has gone on long enough, so we're gonna have to continue in another episode. Make sure you leave some tips for me in the comments below. Lord knows I need the help. And please feel free to subscribe if you have not already so you know when the next part of this series drops. In the meantime, if you liked the video, make sure to like it, and thank you so much for watching. I'm off to try and shake the rust off my gameplay for the next part. And as always, make sure you eat well, stay hydrated, take care of yourself and those around you. And I'll see you next time, friends.